Kane, welcome to the Charlie Kirk Show, my friend. Help us make sense. I mean, what is going through your mind this morning with all of this breaking news?
Well, thanks, Andrew. Sorry, I was just on the other line with my travel agent. I was booking a trip to the Gulf of America. I've got, I figure the rush is going to be on, dude. We probably got about 7 hours to book trips all along the Texas coast. And, my travel agent, I don't know if your young viewers even know what travel agents are, but somehow this guy knows your schedule. Yeah, and he said you overslept and missed the flight to Greenland. So that's interesting.
Yeah, Charlie has assured me that there is quite a bit of FOMO going on right now. His phone is, as you can imagine, lighting up like a Christmas tree. Everybody going, where was my invitation, Charlie, to Trump Force One?
Fox News, while you were in the commercial break, just showed the Charlie Kirk Don Jr. selfie on air. They're still doing the segment. So they showed that. So, it's making the rounds.
It is. And, I mean, everybody's texting me even going, can you tell me? I've got all these reporters going, what can you tell me about Charlie's trip to Greenland? Please let us know. Charlie will be doing a he's going to land back in Florida. Then he's going to be doing a 20 to 30 minute debrief with the audience. So if you're not subscribed to the Charlie Kirk Show podcast, now's the time to do it. He'll break it all down for you. And of course, he'll talk about it on this show tomorrow. But you're not going to want to miss it. It's appointment viewing for me. I'm going to be waiting on bated breath to hear what he has to say. But Kane, what stood out to me, and I would love your reaction to this, is that the era of apologizing for America is over. Trump is boldly asserting our national interests, both here domestically from a policy standpoint, whether that be, gas heaters, gas stoves, how much water comes out of your faucet. He's pushing back against this domestic tyranny we've all been living under, especially in the last 4 years. But then he's also doing it abroad, whether it's the Gulf of America, Greenland, Panama, Canada, all of these different storylines, the hostages. This was huge news that he made during this press conference, saying that you have 2 weeks, Hamas, and if there's not a deal done to return the hostages from October 7th, hell will break out in the Middle East. That's a direct quote. All hell will break out in the Middle East. Kane, what are you feeling as a proud American? I know you're a patriot. What are the people of Citizen Free Press? What are they saying? What's the reaction?
Well, everyone's excited. Obviously, there's a daily countdown in the open thread. You mentioned Trump's speech and sort of taking back the stage, the world stage, and without apology. And it's so obvious that that's happening, Andrew. And it's different from 2017 as well. Europe is European leaders, they've lived through Trump once before, and they sort of know what to expect this time. And there's been some remarkable statements. The Zelensky interview podcast with Lex Friedman, for example, had a couple of really interesting comments, talking about how every time he speaks with Trump, as soon as he gets off the phone, every leader in Europe is calling him and they want to know exactly what Trump said, every word. And he said that's never happened before. He's never had, previously with Trump, as well as since Biden has been in office. So that's never happened. So it's obvious that the landscape is changing, and there are no apologies. You mentioned that Trump is a little bit trolling. We know he's trolling Canada again with his Truth Social post yesterday about the 51st state, but he does it in a way that makes sense, and it speaks to the sort of make Canada great again audience that we know that is at least 50-60% of the Canadian populace. And it's the same thing with Greenland. I think he's trolling slightly less with Greenland, certainly, and the fact that Greenland has said they want their independence from Denmark, and that now Trump, as you mentioned, has said that he'll use tariffs against Denmark if they attempt to intervene in any movement that we make to sort of align Greenland with the U.S., whether that's making them a territory or whatever, that final result would be. But it's exciting, dude. It's just absolutely exciting. Everyone's caught the fever. I know you guys are looking forward to inauguration. D.C. is going to be rocking. The last time huge Patriot crowds went to D.C. It was a heck of a lot different 4 years ago. So it's a super exciting time, and we earned it. You know, that's the last thing, dude. We earned this with hard work and every single day for 4 years. We didn't know if these days were going to come. And even if they came, we didn't know, for example, if we were going to hold the House and whether Jamie Raskin was going to attempt his Democrat insurrection. So it's really nice just to be able to take deep breaths and remind ourselves that we won. We won all 7 swing states. And now our president is back and Europe is taking him seriously. And you know what? It's just a damn good time to be an American, Andrew. It's a damn good time.
That's well said, my friend. Well said. It is a damn good time. And you can feel it. And you know, it's funny. I mean, Trump is not usually somebody to use sort of flowery language. And when he says a new light is dawning over the world, you know, it feels a little bit out of character. But then I challenge myself to come up with a different way of saying it. And it really does feel like there is a new light dawning over the world. This tyrannical, that we've broken the back of this tyranny. And we haven't even talked about this yet, Kane, on this show. But in the midst of this, you're seeing Mark Zuckerberg from Meta, Facebook, it comes out with this huge announcement this morning. And he, you know, just to break it down for our audience, since it's new here, he's saying he's getting rid of the fact checkers, that they have destroyed more trust than they've built, and it's become too politicized. He's moving the content moderation team from California to Texas. He's openly saying he wants to work with the Trump administration to push back against the censorship in these other countries, because he says that America has the most robust free speech protections and that the last 4 years have been hard with America's own government pushing for censorship. So he threw Biden's administration under the bus while lifting up Trump and saying we need help to fight back on the world stage. That is a huge development after putting Joel Kaplan in a big promotion. He's a Republican. Joel and Charlie have a relationship, and Dana White is now on the board of Meta. This is a new day dawning in so many ways. A new light is going out across the world, as Trump says. Kane, help our audience make sense. 1 minute remaining. How big is the Meta announcement from Zuckerberg?
It's huge. And I thought the Dana White story was huge, Andrew. That was big yesterday. I made it a red headline. You know, that's a sea change. You and I both know that Zuckerberg has been training with MMA fighters for the last 2-3 years. That's why he wanted to sort of battle Elon Musk. So I'm not totally surprised by the Dana White thing. But as for the free speech thing, that would be the biggest story of 2025 so far. It was. This morning when I saw it, I was blown away. I think I put 4 links up to it, including the video from Zuckerberg himself. You know, and everything that you said, that the fact checkers are gone, that they're going back to free speech, and they're modeling it after Elon Musk and Twitter with community notes. So there's, you know, and he even admitted one of his quotes was, fact checking has become too politically biased. No one believes it. So it's a huge story. It would be the biggest story of the day if it weren't for Trump just doing 90 minutes and blowing the socks off the national media. What Biden did 4 of those press conferences, and they were all scripted in 4 years, and Trump has done 2 of them in 30 days. I can't wait, brother. I cannot wait. Yeah. We are back.
Buckle up, America, because there's a new sheriff in town. As Tucker Carlson would say, Dad is back, and a lot of these people have been bad little kids, and they're about to get spanked.